afternoon, students. For RTG1501, the great art teachers. Right, there was an erratum. I'm making an erratum. Erratum means it's a correction. The original quiz that I loaded, there were technical problems. Technical problems that I might have overlooked, or as I was working on it, there might have been something wrong for me as I clicked that didn't happen. For instance, there are 20 true and false questions, and I congratulate the students who have picked them up. It's only 2 students that told me that, ma'am, when I choose true, it's not accepted. When I choose false, it's not accepted. And at first I thought it means I didn't put the right answers. I went through it. But when I looked deeper, I realized that as I loaded, there was some part that I left where you must show which one is correct by percentage. So I didn't do that. So what we did when I spoke to the My Modules support, they told me to delete everything. And then because I had already updated the true and false somewhere, but it couldn't take it because you've already attempted the quiz. So I had to delete everybody. It was not out of malice. It's just to be fair. Because even if you had completed, but you failed to tick the true and false, it means you have lost 20 marks. So my conscience could not allow me to do that. I rather delete because we still have a month. The assessment is due on the 6th of May. And remember, quiz has no extension. So all of you who had already completed the quiz, go and do it again. And I saw about 43, I think now it's 50. What I like about you, you seem to be reading announcements and the quick mails that I sent to your emails. Already those students have done that, and I see they've done very well. 90s, 80s. So that's what I wanted. I didn't want to disadvantage you because of my mistake. We rather restart over again. I apologize for that, but do go and do the quiz. The student who had attempted the quiz need to do the quiz again. You do see it on your side. You'll do that. Right. We said, what is the purpose of a quiz? Is to help you gauge understanding of key concepts. Already, when I was speaking about the outcomes, I already mentioned something like, I've mentioned who feed forward, who feed back. Already reflection on action and reflection in action and reflective practice, reflective teaching, all those things. It helps you to understand those concepts at high level. But you're still going to read deeper now when you do your assessment. Provide immediate feedback for students and teachers. In general, you are going to get feedback immediately. It encourages consistent study habits and knowledge retention. There's no way you can write if you are doing it well and you are not asking questions from someone. You can't even ask because they are random. Your question 1 will be different from the next person. I've randomized it, we shuffled it. So don't even try because somebody will give you wrong answers, but it gives you knowledge retention. It identifies areas that need improvement before major assessments. If you have done the quiz, you will see the question that was a bit tough for you. Write it down in your notes. Write it down somewhere so that when you're going to read that section, you pay more attention to it to make sure that you understand. By the way, we don't read for us to pass. We read so that we understand and apply in the classroom. Understanding the study guide also helps you to understand the study guide. Purpose of the study guide is to help you in structured learning. I said every learning unit has its own specific outcome. So it means it's structured. So it guides you. It's not just a knowledge that is dear or mixed up. It focuses on key concept, it summarizes, and it gives you questions. Those questions that are there at the end of each study guide, please attempt them. And it helps you to make a study plan when you are using the study guide. Preparation strategies. Start, summarize, highlight, and take notes. You must do self-testing with through the quizzes, and also it helps you with time management. So another thing is that the effective quiz taking technique that you can apply, you must read instructions carefully. Sometimes if you read quickly, I'm a fast reader. Sometimes I read quickly, and after I read, when I go back, I realize I didn't get the instruction correctly. Take time. Don't wait until the last minute to do a quiz as if you are just doing guesswork. Remember, this contributes 20% to your assessment, but more importantly, it familiarizes you with the context, and you are able to know what is it that I understood easily, which one made me go over and over again. So as such, it's also important for that. Manage time efficiently. Make sure your time is managed well. As I say, don't wait for the last minute. It also helps you to handle different question types. It will be multiple choice. It will be short answers and essay, but I won't give you essay now. Eliminate wrong answers in multiple choice questions. If you want to get it right, start by eliminating the wrong ones. Usually it will be, let's say it's multiple choice. You've got 4 questions. Start by eliminating the wrong ones. Then you focus on the correct one. Right, I'm going to recap and the takeaways. Firstly, we spoke about communication. We spoke about the NPF level that you are at. Then we also looked at the assessments. We looked at the quiz, and I reminded you of the mistake that has happened that will make you to go over the quiz again. So these are the takeaways that were meant for this orientation. But more importantly, we would like you to have a growth in your mindset, and you must start consistently and focus on understanding that will lead you to success. I said, we have realized that most of the students are actually focused on assessment. If you don't load assessment, they are such in a hurry. If you load only the study guide, they're asking, where's the assessment? We don't read for assessments. We read for us to grow. The reflective teaching module is so good because it makes you a reflective teacher for life. If you take those techniques, some of the things you are doing, and when you take those techniques and combine with what you are doing, you'll become a better teacher. You'll become a better teacher who's able to reflect. You know, we all go into the classroom, do whatever activities that we do, then you forgot. When you get at home, you eat, you have your coffee or whatever you drink, it's over. But a reflective teacher, before the end of the day, they sit back and say, what happened in the classroom? Which incident came about? How did I handle it? Is there a way that I can handle it different? You see, now you are becoming a reflective teacher who reflects, think about what had happened. If you had an incident, let's say a parent who just barged into your classroom and started shouting, and maybe you shouted back, or you pulled her out of the classroom, that's an incident, and you must sit down and write in your journal. You'll hear about journaling to say, this incident has happened. How have I handled it? If you want to know how you would have handled it better, you can only do that by reflecting and also going back and say, what does the policy say? If a parent just come and disrespect you, where am I covered? Is the parent more covered than I'm covered? So that next time, then you're going to evaluate and write what you will do better next time. Surely, if you do that, you're going to improve. Remember that hard work and dedication will help in achieving academic goals, and believe in yourself. Stay motivated and never stop learning. All of us should be lifelong learners. I'm also a lifelong learner Because as I started this module, I started last year, I started to see the importance of reflective teaching, becoming a reflective lecturer or practitioner or a teacher. With that, we are coming to the end of the presentation. And thank you. I wish you all the best. I will make sure that we also have Teams meetings where we are able to be together. So I would really appreciate if you can indicate, maybe I'll write on the discussion forum that the times that will be suitable for you. Maybe during the holidays, because you'll have closed, we'll have the Teams meetings, but by then you should have at least went through the quiz and also maybe read overview and the first learning unit. Then we'll discuss that. Maybe I'll also do another one. We will discuss that as well, the second learning unit, so that we engage and be able to go forward. Thank you.